So today we're looking at combustion reactions. And for combustion reactions, you have a hydrocarbon. So C and H make a hydrocarbon plus oxygen react to create carbon dioxide, water, and heat. That is a combustion reaction. So the first one we're going to balance, we have C6H14, and we're going to break that down in our combustion reaction. So to balance these out, we're first going to look at our carbon and hydrogens, and then we'll balance our oxygen last. So for our carbon on our reactant side, we have 6. On our product side, we currently have 1. So to make that balanced, we're going to add a 6 coefficient. That's going to make 6 carbon. Now we're going to look at our hydrogen to balance those out. So we have 14 on our reactant side, and typically our reactants will have more hydrogen and carbon, since there are always going to be 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen on the product side. So we have 14 on our reactants and 2 on our products. So if we multiply that by 7 as a coefficient, that'll create 14 hydrogen. So now those are balanced. For our oxygen, we have 2. We have 6 times 2 in CO2 to make 12. And we have 7 times 1 to make 7. So we have 19 oxygen on our product side. And we have to think to ourselves, okay, I have 19 and 2. What can I do to make those balanced? So since our 2 is smaller, we can say, okay, what times 2 is going to give me 19? And we can look at this in different ways. You can say, okay, if I divide by 2, blank equals either 19 and 19 halves or 9.5. So you can either put 19 over 2 or you can put 9.5 as a coefficient. And then our last one would be 1, since those carbon and hydrogen are balanced. And with that half, we don't want a coefficient to be a half. We want whole oxygen molecules, not a half of a molecule. So what we're going to do is we're going to double the reaction, or double the equation. So multiply the entire thing by 2. So what we would come up with is we would have 2 C6H14 molecules plus 2 times 9.5, so plus 19 O2 molecules would create 12 carbon dioxide and 14 water molecules. Just to make sure everything is balanced, if we were to double these, that would turn my hydrogen 2 times 14. That would make 28 for hydrogen. The other hydrogen, 14 times 2. That's also going to be 28. For my carbon, 2 times 6 is going to be 12. And 12 times 1 here, that's going to give us 12 carbon. So now my carbon are balanced, my hydrogen are balanced. Last of all is oxygen. So my oxygen, if I have 19 times 2, that's going to be 38. And I'm looking down at my final reaction here, and I'll change those coefficients in one moment. So if my coefficients were 2, 19, 12, and 14. So my last one for oxygen to balance that out, 19, that's 32. Then we have 12 times 2, so that's going to be 24 oxygen. 14 times 1, 14. So we're going to take 24 plus 14 is going to give us 38 oxygen. So those are balanced as well, just to make sure our whole equation is balanced. For our next one, we have C2H4 with oxygen, creates carbon dioxide and water. So to start with, we have 4 hydrogen on our reactants, H2, so we have 2 hydrogen on our products. If we were to put a 2 coefficient, 2 times 2 would be 4. So now our hydrogen are balanced at 4 on each side. For our carbon, we have 2 on our reactants, 1 on our product. So if we were to add a 2 here, that's going to give us 2 carbon. So now our carbon are balanced as well. And then lastly, we have our oxygen. So here on our CO2, we have 2 times 2. So we have 4 oxygen, and then we have 2 times 1 for 2 oxygen in our 2 water molecules. So for that, 4 and 2 is going to be a total of 6 oxygen molecules on our product. So in order to get 6 in our reactant, we need to multiply and say, okay, what times 2 is going to give me 6? So my answer is going to be 3. So my final coefficients are going to be 1, 3, 2, and 2 for question number 7. And that's 6 and 6 oxygen. All right, for question number 8 and 9 on our next slide. For the top one for number 8, we do the same thing one more time. So we have 2 carbon. Our product side, we have just 1. So if we multiply 1 times 2, will give us 2. For our hydrogen, we have 2. And 2. So those are balanced so far for hydrogen, so we're not going to touch that. And then for our oxygen, now I see what we would need to balance. So we have 2 oxygen to start with. And then we have 2 times 2. So we have 4 plus 1, which is 5 oxygen. So this is a little reversed from the other ones. This one we have more oxygen on our product side right now that's not yet balanced. So to get those balanced, what times 2 will equal 5? So same thing here. We'd have 1 so far as a coefficient. And for this oxygen, it's a 2 so far. So if we have like 5 over 2, and then this last one would just be 1. So this one we have a fraction in. You could also have, instead of 5 over 2, you could have 2.5. We're going to multiply the entire thing and double it. So times by 2. That's going to give us some new coefficients. So 2 times 1 will be 2. 2 times 2.5 is going to give us 5. 2 times 2 is going to give us 4. And 2 times 1 is going to give us a 2. Now we're going to double check to see if that doubling did what we needed it to do. So for our carbon now, 2 times 2, so we have 4 on our reactant side. 4 times 1, we have 4 on our product side. So carbon looks good. So far so good. Hydrogen, 2 times 2, so 4 hydrogen. On our product side, 2 times 2 also, so 4 hydrogen. So hydrogen and carbon both look good. We'll just double check our oxygen real quick. So for our oxygen, we have 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is going to give us 10 now. And then we're going to double check our product, see if we get 10. So we have 4 times 2 is going to be 8. And 2 times 1 is going to be 2. So our new oxygen is going to be 8 plus 2. Our new oxygen is going to be 10 for our new oxygen. So everything is balanced. Our final coefficients are going to be 2, 5, 4, and 2 for number 8. And our last one to work on today is number 9. So on number 9, we have 6 carbon to start with. On our product side, we have 1 so far, and we need that to equal 6. So blank times 1 will equal 6. 6 will, so if we put a 6 up here, that's going to give us 6 carbon. For our hydrogen, we have 6 hydrogen on our reactant side. We have 2 hydrogen on our product so far. So what times 2 will give me the 6 that I need? So if we divide our 6 by 2, that's going to give us a 3. So 3 times that 2 is going to give us 6 hydrogen. So we have all of our carbon are balanced, all of our hydrogen are balanced, and lastly, we're going to go balance our oxygen. So we have 2 to start with on our reactant side. 6 times 2, 12, and 3 times 1, which is 3. So we have 15 oxygen on our product and 2 on our reactants. So we need to figure out what do we put in this place in front of the O2 to get that to balance out. So what times 2 is going to give me 15? So same as the other ones, we're going to divide by 2. So we'll get either 15 over 2 or 7.5. So same thing, just fraction versus decimal. If we have 15 over 2, since our carbon and hydrogen are balanced, that's just going to be a 1. So what we need to do next is to get rid of that fraction. We don't like fractions, we don't like decimals, we like whole molecules. So we are going to multiply the entire thing by 2. So that's going to be 2 times 1, 2 times 15 halves, times 6, and 2 times 3. So what we're going to come up with, and we'll look just underneath for a second, we will have 2 C6H6s, C6H6 molecules, plus this 2 times 15 over 2, the 2's will cancel, and that just becomes 15. Or if you have 7.5 times 2, that's also 15. So the coefficient for the second, we're going to have 15 O2s, is going to create 12, 2 times 6 carbon dioxides, plus 6 water molecules. Just to double check that we're equal now, on the bottom of these, so if we have 2 times C6, that's going to be 12 carbon. 12 times 1 carbon is going to be 12. So these 6's are now 12's when we double it. For our hydrogen, 2 times H6, 2 times H6, that's going to be 12. On our product side, 6 times 2 for our water, that's also 12 hydrogen. So no longer 6, but 12, and they are balanced. And lastly, our oxygen. So we have 15 times 2 is 30. Then we have 24 and 6, which is also 30. So everything is balanced.